Welcome to Mr. Erbac's Gaming.
Throughout time, puzzle games have not only been great time killers, something you can take on trips, they're good exercise for your brain. Well, a lot of these are only fun for two players.
Sorry, I got you. This is lame.
So you can play a skills-based game like darts, or put a jigsaw puzzle together
Next time, better like next time. I'm gonna go play some Tetris.
on the Nintendo Entertainment System. That's where games like Tetris came in. Tetris would make its biggest mark on Nintendo NES and Game Boy system. Tetris would come packed in with the 1989 release of the Game Boy, and 1989 would be the year for the United States release of the Sega Genesis, which was known as the Sega Mega Drive in Japan when it was released there in 1988. With the Battle of the Mascots not happening yet, as Sonic the Hedgehog would not release until 1991. Nintendo was already ahead of Sega, having Mario as an iconic mascot, and having a look on the iconic Tetris. Sega would license a different puzzle game for an arcade and home console release. Columns.
Erbac, try this one.
Maintenance Man, there's no Tetris on Sega. In the previous episode, I reviewed Puzzle Bubble 2 on the Neo Geo. Well, let's put away the marbles and pick up some jewels that can be matched for the Sega Genesis alternative. The arcade version of Columns will be released in Japan in March 1990, North America in June 1990, and Europe in August 1990. The Mega Drive port released in Japan on June 30th, 1990. Europe would get a February 1991 release, and America's Sega Genesis release would see a September 1990 release. The home console release is nearly identical to its arcade counterpart. Columns, go back in time to a bygone civilization, the ancient world of Phoenicia, and play the game that originated among the Phoenician merchants. Columns is incredibly captivating. You'll find yourself losing track of time, yet it's very simple. You don't have to be a game whiz to play at the hardest level. Columns of sparkling, rainbow-colored jewels drop one after another. Arrange 3 or more jewels of the same color horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, and remove them from the play screen. If the columns pile up to the top, the game is over. If you have the urge to challenge something different, try Flash Columns. In the Flash Columns version, you'll be timed on how quickly you can make a flashing jewel disappear. Start at the easiest level and work your way up, or challenge one of the higher levels from the start. Play alone or double the fun by playing with a friend. So simple and so captivating, with a little help from the Phoenician gods, you can perform miracles. If you're not familiar with this game, wait 10 seconds for a demonstration. After that, you'll see Arcade, Menu, and Options. The menu contains the 2 other game modes to add to the variety. We will get to these later. As you can see by the opening and in-game graphics, Sega went with a Greek mythology art style. This characteristic gives it a differing feel from other puzzlers. Arcade has 3 difficulty levels to choose from. Easy. You start at level 0, of course. It even helps you with hints until level 3. Medium starts you at level 5, and hard starts at level 10. The magic jewel adds to the fun in the medium or hard version of the arcade game. If the magic jewel lands on a jewel of a certain color, jewels of that color will disappear. The gameplay is based off of using the original 3-button gamepad. During gameplay, A, B, or C can be used to shift the jewels. Since they didn't bother changing the demo from the arcade version, this demo is slightly wrong since you're actually using a Sega Genesis controller. You're not going to be using this joystick here from the arcade or this one button from the arcade. Now, if you select original game, the objective is to make as many jewels as possible disappear. You can play with 2 people in this mode as well. Player 2 will of course be on the right side. If you choose doubles, 2 people play alternatively on the same board. 2 players can challenge the computer as well. You got 3 classes to choose from here. Choose Novice, play with jewels of 4 different colors. Amateur, 5 different colors. And Pro, you play with 6 different color jewels. When selecting a level, the higher the level, the faster the columns will drop. If you select Time Trial, you'll have a time limit of 3 minutes to play a game. Game ends when time runs out. While we're looking at the BGM selection, background music, let's talk about the sound in the game. You have 3 Greek theme tracks to choose from. They're all nice. My favorite is Glotho. Our music fits the Greek theme of the game perfectly. The sound effects are okay, nothing special. Hey, it's a puzzle game. Let's talk about flash columns. Here, you have time to how quickly you can make a flashing jewel disappear. As with original game here, you can go head to head, mano to mano. Or doubles. The choice of modes are the same as I outlined when talking about original mode. Remember not to confuse the difficulty level of arcade with game level selection. The game is default normal difficulty. If you select hard in options and easy on the arcade screen, you'll be playing the hardest version of the easy level, for example. Now, as a classic puzzle game, you don't expect spectacular graphics, but the graphics with a Greek theme perfectly match the Greek theme music, and having shiny jewels is a nice break from standard looking puzzle blocks. Playing straightforward is not the best way to get a high score. Diagonal matches award the most points. They're tricky to set up, but that adds to the fun. Sometimes you have unintentional combos, maybe intentional. Half the field evaporating feels as satisfying as getting the Tetris. New levels come every 50 blocks. The game speed increases with every new level. The ramp up is probably slower compared to Tetris. As far as negatives in this game, it's a puzzle game that I can't really think of any way to improve. I'll just say it can be very repetitive if you play it straightforward. No more repetitive than Tetris. It's not as pick up and play friendly as Tetris though. Ah, you son of a! Columns is a solid puzzler that players of all skill levels can easily access. If you're a fan of Tetris but haven't played it, check it out. I'm not a big puzzle game fan, but this gets a solid 7 out of 10 from me.